the podcast, formerly known as Energetics with Kim and Veronica. And we've had some life happen to us. So let's talk about how we deal with that. Thanks so much, Kim, for the partnership here. It's been a fun journey. We were like 65 episodes in, and then all of a sudden we get an email. And the email says, don't use that podcast name. And you say, oh, okay. Okay. And so we're going to change our name. But it's fun to talk about how that all happened and how we navigated it and responded and reacted and all the things when life throws us a curveball.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I love it. And so yeah, exactly. So we're jiving. I mean, that was just a word that came to me while I was sitting doing a Kundalini thing. And all of the sudden the word energetics showed up and I was like, oh my God. I walked away from my Kundalini practice and wrote it down just in case. And then I contacted you and it was like, yes, that's great. And we were like, yay. And we ran with it and we did not even think to check to see if it was trademarked or anything. Boom, it was. Right? Good thing we're really cute. Anyway, so yeah. And so when we got that email, and it was from a lawyer, it was the lawyer system kind of people. And yeah, it's like, now what? Well, of course, we did the WTF. We had that moment, but it didn't last at all. We're like, okay, so what are the choices here? Okay, now what? Okay, I guess we're changing the name. Sounds like a do-over. Sounds like a brand new start. Okay, cool. It's like new relationships. I don't know about you. I love new relationships. Anyway, because they're exciting, they're fun, they're God knows where they're going, right? And so yeah, so we get to do a do-over. And so I'm excited about it. Now, is there going to be a little bit of cleaning up some cobwebs on the back end? Yep. And so this particular chat that we're going to have here, that we're having here, is more about, so when that happens in our lives, in whatever area it is, instead of seeing it as, oh my God, the universe is against me. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my God. All that stuff, which is our normal reaction. And we did have that for a moment. Ours was more of a, okay, now what? And so that's why we're calling this Now What? When that happens, have your moment. But instead of looking at the wrongness and life sucks and this always happens to me, get curious about the now what. And so perhaps it's that, you know how that thing where you look at the hindsight thing, and because of that, this happened, right? And so that's where I'm at with this. Is, okay, so now what? Because of that, it's like we're starting brand new and fresh, even though we're not, but we are. And so what's our new name? Do it, Veronica.
The energetic effect.
I love that. Yeah, because I mean, we could have gone into the wrongness of it all. We could have gone into, okay, we're done. I'm done. It's too much of it. But we didn't. And so, you know, this is a new start. We don't know what that's going to look like other than this moment. And we didn't even know what we were going to talk about today. So that's still the same. But yeah, and so, yeah, so life happens. It does. And sometimes it does feel like it's happening against you. But maybe we weren't thinking big enough. And the universe is like, okay, they're not thinking big enough. Let's go. And I like our new name, the energy effect.
I do too.
Because I mean, whatever energy we're being affects not only who we're being, but also how we show up in the world and what shows up in the world for us, what we're a match for. So I've had lots of now what's in my life.
Oh yeah. And you know, and we've talked about this a lot, but it never gets too old to talk about. You know, sometimes there are now what's that also require the emotional processing, right? So it's not about suppressing the emotions. In this case, we didn't have an emotional reaction. It's a name to a podcast. We're not, you know, saving lives here, but it could be.
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. We could be. We could be,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. Yeah, you never know, right? And so it's like whatever your emotional reaction is, if there is one, there's time for that, and there's time for
Yes.
the now what, right? So when I went through this when my daughter was born, and she was, she was determined that she wasn't normal. It wasn't a quick now what. The now what was evolving. It took time, right? But there was a lot of emotions. There was emotional processing that was required at that time as well. So, but it still came down to a now what? How am I going to lead my life now? How am I going to be the best mother to her? How am I going to create the environment where she's going to thrive instead of staying with that story of why don't I have a normal kid, right? So it depends on what you're navigating, but it always ends up with a now what. How are you going to create the best life you can possibly create with whatever life hands you?
Yeah, I love that. Because you know what? As you were talking about that, I was just it also kind of took me to that place of, and I've been really playing with this a lot lately as well. I mean, hey, we go in and out of playing with stuff and then we forget and then we hear it again, we play with it again. That's me. The being attached to the end result. Right. So had we been attached to the end result of, oh no, we just lost our name, energetics, we weren't. We moved right into, okay. We weren't attached to that outcome at all. And the now what showed up. But yeah, there's been, I'm sure a lot of our listeners get that curveball. And like you said, it's not about dismissing how we feel about what we thought it might look like. It's about, okay, so it's not looking like what I thought it would look like. It's not looking like what I may have even hoped it would look like. But what if it's true that the universe really does have our back? And it was saying, you've kind of derailed a little bit. So it's going to look like you're not getting what you want. It's going to look like everything sucks. It's going to look like everything's against you. However, what if you've just derailed a little bit and we're pulling you over here? So what if instead of us going, oh my God, what if we had our oh my God moment and went, okay, if it's true that the universe has my back, maybe I was thinking too small. And the universe has plucked me from that path and put me on this one. and this one is the now what. It is the now what. And yeah, that's how I like to see it a lot. Listen, I've got so many now whats. Listen. Okay, so one of my now whats was, I hit Main Street USA at one point when I was, 2021. And that was because it was for reasons that were not good. We're not nice. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. I was having an experience. And anyway, so I ran to the USA. I'm in Canada. And I had to change my name. Changed my name, and I had to start over as a now what. Do you want to know what my name change was, Veronica? You ready for it? Candy Kloosterman. That's what I changed my name to. I don't know why, but that's what I changed. That was the name that I changed. And so life happened. Life happened. And I did a full now what. It's not that I didn't have a choice. We always have a choice. I could have stayed where I was, but that was not a choice I wanted to choose. But sometimes it does feel like we don't have a choice. Like when the name Energetics, when we got that letter, that email from the lawyer, it could have felt like we had no choice. It could have. Right? A lot of people go, I had no choice. I had to do that thing. We always have choice. We could have fought it. We could have blah, blahed it. And we chose not to. We chose not to. We chose to, okay, now what? Right? We took full responsibility. Yeah, we had no idea that the name was being used. Okay. And we're not going to fight it. We're not going to stay stuck in it. We're just going to do it now what. And so that's, I think this is a beautiful experience for us to be having. And yeah, the now what. And like I said, when I was, ended up in the US as Candy Kloosterman, that was a choice. And it came with a big now what? Came with a big now what? And I moved to Florida is where I ended up. And Candy Klusterman living in Florida. Here I come. Right. And there's a
You've
few
got the best
stories. There's a few stories around that I won't go into today, but you know how I am. If it shows up on something, then I'm like, oh, and this is a now what there. And yeah, cool.
I love it. It's so good. So good. I'm going to call you that from time to time.
Do it.
Candy. Candy.
With a K. It was Candy with a K and Klusterman with a K because I just thought that was cool.
I love it. Good for you. Yeah, and so it's like, yeah, it could be, it's from small things to big things. And that question is extremely empowering. I recently had somebody at work say to me, this is about 2 months ago, they said they were out for dinner with somebody else that we work with. And they shared with me that that person said to them, I've never in 5 years of working with Veronica ever seen her get upset. And people get upset at work all the time. And I contemplated that. And I said to her, well, it's just because I just go into, okay, now what? Right? Like no matter what life or what work presents to me, like I don't spend any time investing in the emotional roller coaster of it. And that doesn't mean there's no value or that there's any wrongness in having emotions at work. Yeah. It's just not something that I've done because it's not as important, right? I'm just like, okay, how do I execute? What needs to be done? Let's move on to that. But
that's exactly it.
There are times in my personal life where I stay with the emotions for some time, and that's great too. But eventually, then now what comes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, when your daughter was born, you didn't dismiss that. You processed it. You had your grief and your lost hope and dreams, and then got into the now what. And oh my God, your daughter's freaking amazing. Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
She definitely chose you.
Ask that question, and yeah, we chose each other. So where in your life, like, what are you navigating? Asking the listeners, what are you navigating right now, where you can ponder that question? Now what? Now what? If you are here to create the best life you could be, if you are here to be the best version of you that you could be, and this is what life has presented to you, now what? And that can go even further into what else, to what Kim has shared before, is like, what else might be available to me now? What else might this pivot be opening? What other doors might it be opening for me, or what other direction might it be taking me on if I were to actually move into the curiosity and allow myself to follow what life is presenting to me? So for us in this particular instance, we're like, okay, let's find a new name. What is it? This? Is it that? Is it this? Or is it that? Let's switch up our branding, and who knows? Names can carry, frequencies. And so maybe there's a new frequency that's being birthed through this that could be really fun for us.
That's where I'm going with it. Exactly. And it is, Michael, is it Michael A. Warner? It is his very, he explains it so well in the surrender experiment, because that's what we're doing. And in that surrendering to what is, so that didn't go the way I wanted it to. Life happened. Now what? That is a surrendering. It is a surrendering to what is being presented in the moment. And guess what? Sometimes there is it's over. It is done. And so the pivot can be that awareness of, and it's done. Right. And so whatever it is, so it doesn't mean now what is always, how do you make something work? It is that too, but it can also bring in the awareness of, okay, you know what? Yeah, I guess it's done. And that is, again, surrendering to your own awareness of whatever that is. Because sometimes, relationships, jobs, whatever it is, we're done with it. We're no longer aligned with it. It's no more part of our path, our purpose, whatever you want to call that, our thing. But we death grip to it. We hang on to it because it's so familiar. And with that comes the fear of letting it go. But when we can surrender to whatever we're experiencing in the moment, the life happens bit, and get comfortable in the now what with true curiosity, not with the now what trying to figure it out, but just curiosity and the like a child, the wonderment of the child. That's when the awareness can show up as, you know what, that I'm done with that. Wow. Okay. Thanks, universe. Or, oh, okay. I'm getting the awareness that this is a better choice for me right now. So I was going that way, but this is a better choice for me, creating the life I want and having the relationship or the whatever it is. And so it comes with all of that. The now what can be the ending of a relationship. It can be the ending of a whatever, or it could be the beginning of something brand new in that exact same scenario. So it's never like a formula. Right? It's never a formula. It is oh, funny, my mind just went to form you, ooh la la. Anyway, just my mind. Anyway, so it's never a this is how it is for every situation. That's not a now what. Right? That's not what we're saying here at all. It's more about now what in this moment. And we don't have to know what the now what is in that moment. It could be now what, and you get an awareness or through a dream, or all of a sudden in a week you're drawn to this or to that or to her or to him, right? Or all of a sudden you stop doing this and you're no longer doing that. So that's how the now what shows up for most of us. Now what is not about trying to figure it out at all. Now what is to the universe. Now what? And the universe is like, let me show you. Let me show you, right? And then we still have choice. We can still go, okay, all of a sudden 10 things are coming my way. Okay, so which one, it looks like it would be more fun? Which one lights you up? Instead of looking at all of them and being overwhelmed because there's just so many choices, it's okay, one at a time. Does that light me up? Yes, no, yes, no. Is that actually true for me? Yes, no, right? And just so we don't have to have our now what awareness right away. And sometimes it comes right away, but when we can surrender to it, that's when the next piece can show up, not when we're trying to figure it out. Boom.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's we can get really uncomfortable staying in the question, right? So to your point, it's like sometimes we ask a question and our mind immediately wants an answer, but there's a lot of intelligence that can come through when we stay in the question. We're not necessarily looking for that immediate answer, that immediate resolution. It's like staying in the question, pondering, staying in the curiosity, so the intelligence can feed through to us. It's really, really, really powerful.
Yeah.
So now what? The energetic effect.
Now what? Yay. And if anyone wants to get a hold of us, I think there's links below this. Is that how we do the YouTube?
Yep, exactly. Yep.
That's how we do all the things, right? So as you can tell, I'm not the techie one.
And so, yeah, all the links are in any of the podcast descriptions or the YouTube descriptions or all the places. So you can reach out to us at any point. And we really appreciate any sharing that you would be willing to do. If you feel like anyone could benefit from this conversation, any likes, subscribes, comments, we are available for all of it. Now what?
Now what? And if you would like to work with the two of us and you, we do offer a 3-month package called Unstoppable. Links are there as well. All right.
Yay. Yay. So much love. Until next time.
Next time.